Happy Monday! We are getting so close to the end of this whole thing. In fact, today, Monday the 4th, if we didn't have this whole thing happening and this whole thing happening, then we would actually have our first end of the year concert over at Coronado tonight. But that ain't happening. So, bummer. But with just a couple weeks left, I wanna get to the part where this is the end of 5th grade. This piece we're gonna do. This is the culmination of everything that you've been working on. We're no longer in the key of D. We've moved on to the key of C. So there's going to be a lot of starting third fingers on violin and violas, fourth fingers on cello down in the G string, that C on the G. We're going to be starting there. There's going to be low twos in C major. There's a dynamic range. We're going to start piano, and there's going to be some fortissimo stuff. Also, there's going to be what we would call the articulations or the note lengths. There's some staccatos, so we're going to have really short notes. And this all comes from Surprise Symphony, number 182, out of the 5th grade book, book 1. So today's kind of a 5th grade day. This is starting what would be the last piece you work on in 5th grade. But before we jump into Surprise Symphony, there's two things we got to do. We got to start up with open string blues, and then we got to play some C major scale because it's in C major. So here's open string blues. Here we go. And 1, 2, here we go. C major. Let's do it 4 notes at a time, 2 notes at a time, 1 note at a time. 1, 2, and here we go. Notes at a time, pretty much the same tempo, but you're going to move your fingers twice as fast. So 1, 2, and here we go. And 1 note at a time. 1, 2, If you're struggling with that one note at a time on the scale, you're going to struggle with Surprise Symphony too. So make sure you can practice this scale. Make sure you can play this scale just right so that you can play this piece. Cool? Here's Surprise Symphony. Let's hear a little bit of it, and I want to see if you can figure out what the surprise is. Follow in the music while I play. Here we go. Boom! If you said the surprise is that half note E in measure 2, you would be wrong. That's just an E. I kind of knew that was coming because it's in the chord. It's not a surprise at all. But if you said that the surprise would be that F sharp in measure 7, well, you'd still be wrong because that's just the leading tone that goes into the G at measure 8. And I knew that leading tone was going to be there. That's in most music. But if you said that there's a fortissimo on the half note halfway through measure 8, then you'd be right. That's the surprise. So this whole piece, we're going to stay quiet. Then we're going to surprise. At measure 9, you'll notice it goes back to piano. So make sure you're quiet again there. At measure 13, it goes back to forte. Now, this isn't the same kind of forte that first one was. This is no longer a surprise. This is much more of a natural forte. We're going to start a little bit louder there at the E. And as we move up that line to the high E, well, we can crescendo a little bit more. It's not written in the music, but it makes sense to. And then we come to the end. And that's Surprise Symphony. Let's clap it. 1, 2, clap it. Here we go. Say it. And remember, if there's any kind of accidentals, the F sharp that's in there, we can just call it an F. You see it. Don't let it mess you up. I think that's the only one. Here we go. Saying it. 1, 2. Here we go. C, C, E, E, G, G, E, F, F, D, D, B, B, G, C, C, E, E, G, G, E, C, F, G, G, F, E, D, 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 E, F, G, A, G, F, E, D, 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 E, E, G, G, C, C, E, D, D, C, B, A, B, C, C, C. And you might notice, since we're in the key of C, it started on a C and it ended on a C. It happens a lot. It's going to be on the same one. Cool? Shall we pit? We shall. Let's pit. So 1, 2, here we go. Low 2, high 2, 3, forte. Measure 14, the cellos and the bass drop down, where the viola and the violin keep going up. Violin, you can play that high E, open E if you want. Viola, you have to use 4th finger on the A because you don't have the E string. Cool? Try playing it, maybe slightly slower than what we just did. Remember all those staccato notes, the ones with the dots above or below them, those are short. This is a light, fluffy piece. Blum, 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 blum. With the bow, short bow strokes, lots of space between those staccatos. Oh, 1, 2, here we go. And if you're struggling with it, we can try that second practice technique. We're going to start slow, and we're going to speed it up. Faster, 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 and faster. Let's start maybe 80. I never know for sure. Low 2, I said that backwards. It's low 2, high 2, 3. Back to the beginning. This is 80 beats per minute. Oh, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Here we go. F, these are low 2s there. To C, 1, low 2, high 2, G, forte. Beats per, no, let's go 90 beats per minute. 90 beats per minute. And a 1, 2, and a here we go. Low 2, G string. Low 2, Let's go up to 95. I'm not going to say anything in the middle this time like I did that last one. But watch those arrows before 9 so you get your low 2s. At measure 9, we're back to the low 2 for the F natural. You only have the one F sharp. That's the only time that it's a high 2. Everything else is low 2. 95 beats per minute. And 1, 2, here we go. 100 beats per minute. And we're getting closer. We don't need to take this one super fast. It's andante, which is a moderate walking pace. The recording that I'm doing is 102. This is 100. So we're so close. 3, 4, 1, 2, and here we go. 102. This is our performance tempo. And 1, 2, here we go. Remember to stay quiet. We want this to be a surprise. And there it is. Remember, this is number 182 from book 1. You can find it right below this video. You can find it on the EEI website, or if you've got your book, you can find it there. Let's jam. One, two. it's kind of slow. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Here we go. Oh, these endings are so cheesy. Let's find another one. We need something faster. Nah. 1, 2, go. And we gotta find one more, because you guys always like the techno-y stuff. Do you? Do you? I have no idea what you guys like. I like the techno-y stuff. I think it's fun. Whatever, have a good day.